Your Excellency, Minister Jaishankar, esteemed members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, dear Moldovans, Namaskar. It is with immense pride and great joy that I stand before you here today on this historic occasion, the official inauguration of the Embassy of the Republic of Moldova in India. This marks a significant milestone in strengthening of bilateral ties between our two nations. I am deeply honored to be here on my first visit to your great nation, to witness this remarkable event in person. Ladies and gentlemen, India today is a global power, an influential advocate for peace and security, a leading force in the global fight against climate change. Its strategic relationships, including with the European Union, are a testament to the growing influence on the world stage. India is a land of profound history and extraordinary progress, a place where ancient wisdom meets modern innovation. The guiding philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the belief that the world is one family, serves as a compelling reminder of our collective responsibility to build a future rooted in mutual understanding and unity. In this rapidly changing world, it is essential that we embrace this spirit to foster greater global cooperation. As we gather here in this vibrant and diverse country, we are inspired by India's resilient and continuous achievements in technology, culture, diplomacy, and of course, chess. For Moldova, a nation that values collaboration and is committed to peaceful, inclusive global order, India stands as both a partner and a source of inspiration. Together, we have the opportunity to deepen our ties and address shared challenges, creating a more prosperous future for both our people. In just 1 year, we have made substantial progress, which reflects the immense potential of our relationship. Allow me to highlight a few key achievements. We conducted the second round of Foreign Office consultations after a gap of 21 years, reaffirming our political engagement. The first official visit of a Moldovan Minister of Education in 32 years of diplomatic relations happened just 2 weeks ago, further strengthening our bilateral ties, particularly with growing Indian student community in Moldova. This year, we launched a scholarship program for Indian students, and we look forward to expanding this initiative. Our aim is to increase the number of scholarships, to foster exchanges between students and professors, and promote joint academic projects. The number of Indian students in Moldova has grown significantly this year, and we are committed to continuing this positive track record. The official visit of a Moldovan Minister of Agriculture also happened recently. We are working to increase the presence of Moldovan fruits, which are renowned worldwide, just as are our wines. We are confident that Indian consumers will appreciate the quality of Moldovan products, and likewise, we welcome the offerings of India to the Moldovan market. We have recently signed a visa waiver agreement for diplomatic and official passports, and I've already tried it. It works, I can confirm. Moldova has joined the International Solar Alliance, and today we are submitting the framework agreement. This marks a step forward in enhancing cooperation in the energy sector, particularly in green energy and energy storage. We also invite Indian companies to explore opportunities in Moldova. Later today, we'll sign a declaration of intent with Minister Jaishankar on the Migration Mobility Partnership, further demonstrating our commitment to promoting safe and legal mobility of talent and skills. Additionally, we have signed a memorandum of understanding between the Foreign Service Institutes to strengthen diplomatic cooperation, and many more projects are in the pipeline. As you can see, we are moving forward with determination. Despite geographical distance and different traditions, Moldova and India have always maintained a bond of mutual respect and understanding. I reaffirm my commitment to further strengthen and elevating our relationship. The small but well-integrated Moldovan community here in India, we hope that with the establishment of the embassy in New Delhi, we'll be able to serve you better. We firmly are committed to strengthening your ties with Moldova and providing all necessary support. India is the world's fastest growing major economy, and mutual investment is a primary goal of our bilateral relationship. I am pleased to note that an Indian company is working on the interconnection of electricity network between Moldova and Romania, a project that will significantly influence and impact positively regional security. We extend a warm invitation to Indian visitors and businesses to explore the many opportunities that Moldova has to offer. This year, Moldova officially began negotiations to join the European Union by 2030. This year, Moldova also has in place the free trade agreement with 47 countries, covering over 860 million consumers. In 2023, Moldovan products and services were exported to 74 countries. Our goal is to increase industrial production by 25% in the next 3 years. To support investors in strategic industries, the Moldovan government will introduce a state aid mechanism in Q1 of 2025, offering reimbursements of up to 60% of investments exceeding 500,000 euros through a combination of grants and tax exemptions. Minister Jaishankar, distinguished guests, as I conclude, let us remember that the strength of our partnership lies in the values we share: mutual respect, inclusivity, and commitment to peace. These principles must guide us as we address the challenges of today and seize the opportunities of tomorrow. In a world increasingly divided along lines of east-west, north-south, we must embrace open discussion as a way to manage these divisions with understanding and cooperation. India's ability to balance tradition with innovation serves as an inspiration and an example for all of us. It reminds us that while we must stay rooted in tradition, we must also seek progress. By following this example, we can build collaborations that not only advance our economies, but also foster greater understanding and harmony between our peoples. Let us work together to create a world where dialogue prevails over discord and cooperation triumphs over division. The spirit of unity and friendship that we celebrate here today must continue to guide us towards a more inclusive and prosperous future. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Mr. Mihai Popșoi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Moldova, Your Excellency, Ambassador Ms. Ana Taban, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar, and a very good evening to all of you. I'm really very, very pleased to be with all of you today as we mark a significant milestone in the relationship between the Republic of India and the Republic of Moldova, which is the official inauguration of the Moldovan Embassy in New Delhi. Every time, Ambassador and Minister, an embassy opens here, I know we've done something right in our foreign policy. And I really, honestly, whether it's a mission opening here or one of our embassies or consulates opening abroad, and we've had many of them in the last few years, I see that as a reflection of India's growing engagement with the world. And in this particular case, of course, a statement of a deeper relationship with your country. Now, this moment reflects the shared commitment of our nations since establishing our diplomatic ties in 1992. And what stands out in this journey together has been our support for each other at the global stage in multilateral institutions, in looking at international challenges like climate change and sustainable development, and the Deputy Prime Minister referred to that, and really a very comfortable and trusting bilateral ties. Moldova extended crucial help during the Operation Ganga to evacuate a very large number of stranded Indian students during the Ukraine crisis. And I want to say today that India will never forget it. Now, as we contemplate a deeper engagement with Europe, it is natural that we will focus on various bilateral relationships, including obviously that with Moldova. We have witnessed, as you have heard, a growing engagement between our two countries, spanning trade, education, technology, and cultural exchanges. Moldova's warm embrace of India yoga traditions and practices, of Hindi language and Indian culture, I think these are reflections of our close people-to-people ties. Moldova is a second home to, I believe, now about 2,000 Indian students. Would that be right? And I'm very glad to meet some of them today. And I want to tell our young friends that in many ways you embody our partnership, you help to bridge cultures, and you are actually forging a lasting friendship between our countries. In a larger context, India has cultivated a much more dynamic and contemporary relationship with Europe, one which covers trade, technology, tourism, education, obviously, energy, healthcare, and cultural exchanges. But where Moldova is concerned, we see it both in a bilateral context as well as a larger regional one. And it is, I agree, very much a relationship founded on mutual respect and shared values. And I would add, we are also in some ways development partners. The establishment of a Moldovan formal diplomatic presence, formal diplomatic physical presence in India's vibrant capital is a practical step towards strengthening our diplomatic relations. I believe, Excellency, that it would certainly help to advance our collaboration in key areas. I think a physical presence here would both give you a sense of the possibilities in the relationship, as well as a granular feeling of exactly how to realize it. Today, when we stand next to each other and we look out at the world, we should also recognize that there is a shared vision of a world between us, a world that values peace, understanding, and cooperation. I believe that the establishment of this embassy is a new chapter that will further our partnership. As we celebrate its inauguration, let us renew our commitment to build that world where the future is one of convergences and shared values. I'm confident that this embassy will become a beacon of friendship, and let me express the expectation, hope that in the not very distant future you will see an Indian embassy in Moldova as well. So I still have to get a few people to agree to that. But on behalf of the government and people of India, again, I offer Excellency my warmest congratulations on this very, very important occasion to you, to the Ambassador, to your teams. And I very much hope that this embassy would serve as a bridge, not just to foster understanding, but to actually give a practical meaning to our cooperation. Thank you once again for having me here this morning.